What's going on, guys? Hey, it's been a while since I've done one of these, but things are starting to pile up, and of course I can only do so many videos for reviews and things. So today, we're going to check out a pickups video, but not just a pickups video. It's a pickups video of really cool, rare stuff I've gotten recently, so let's check it out. So I want to start off with a couple of really cool thank you pickups. These are certain items that I got from either people telling me about them or just from people in general. So the first thing, and you've seen this and the next thing in the background of my shots if you've been watching recently. But the first thing, a good friend of mine actually said, hey, if you're near a 7-Eleven, they have Dunkaroos. And so I got some Dunkaroos. Like I said, if you've been watching for a while, I've had these in the background of my shop for a little bit now. I'm on the diet now, so I'm not really trying to eat too many of them. But I totally did have a couple when we first bought the box. We basically just bought the whole box from the store. But I thought that was kind of a fun thing. But another cool, really cool thing. This is actually one of my favorite things. In fact, out of this whole video, out of all the really cool stuff I have and have gotten, this is probably my favorite item. I almost feel like I should save it for last, but I really just want to show it first. You've probably seen it in my background. You probably don't know what it is. As you know, if you're watching my channel, I've been around for a little while now. It'll be a year, in September. But my birthday was back in April, and one of the people who watches my channel pretty regularly, and we talk here and there, actually made me some fan art for my birthday, so I totally printed and framed it. This is it right now. This is the coolest thing. Stuff like this means way more to me than anything else. So this was a very cool gift. And like I said, I have it in the background of my shot, and it will be in the background of my shots for the foreseeable future until she maybe makes me another one. I don't know. But this is definitely one of the coolest things I've definitely gotten recently. All this other stuff is cool, but this means so much to me. So thanks again for this. Now this next thing actually has a cool story to it. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I've done some upscaling videos with the Frame Meister, and then I did a follow-up using the Pack-a-Punch cable. Well, I have a viewer who reached out to me asking about the Frame Meister and how to set it up, and I'm all about helping you guys. So we went through, and it was a pretty good process. We even did Skype to go through the whole thing step by step, get it all set up, and I think it worked out pretty well. When we did that though, so this guy was like, well, hey, let's let me help you, let me hook you up. You help me out, let me hook you up. And I tried my best. I tried my absolute best. I was like, it's all good, don't worry about it. You've done, just by watching my stuff and liking my stuff, way more than enough. I don't need anything else. But this guy would not take no for an answer. And once again, thank you for this. But if you've been watching my channel, you also know that I recently got a Sharp NES TV, and it had one controller. The controllers are extremely hard to get. They're very rare. And he actually ordered me a second controller. So now I have a full setup for the Sharp NES TV, 2 controllers. The only thing I'm technically missing now is the TV remote, which is not something I really care about. So this was also a really cool thing. Stuff like this, it's this is a very hard to get gift. So this is definitely something that was well above and beyond, especially when absolutely did not need to do this. But the thing that's almost cooler than actually having this as a gift from a viewer is the fact that they went through and watched my videos and saw something I lacked, and you know what I mean? It's it means more, I guess this sounds kind of crazy, but anywho, now this next item actually comes from my dad, of all people. This is something he's had for a long time, and he sent it to me recently, so I definitely wanted to show it off. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I think everyone in the world is a big Star Wars fan. You should be. If you're not, you're wrong. But this is a cool film cell box that has a film cell from the original 6 movies and it has like a bunch of plates and all this stuff. It's numbered on the inside. There's a thing. I'm actually going to put in some rope lighting, I think, to backlight these film cells. I'll do a little close-up shot too. But this thing is really neat. I've always seen it at his house, and it's one of those things where I've always kind of liked it. And the fact that he sent it to me is really cool. Definitely going to keep this in the game room. This is a really, really neat piece to add. If you're a collector of Star Wars stuff or a collector of art, it's definitely a good time. Now, the next, I think, swath of things is going to be almost a collection update. Once again, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm kind of a working designs nut. Well, during quarantine, I decided to start filling some gaps and getting some extra pieces that I didn't even know, well, some of them I didn't even know existed. So, first thing, for sure, this is probably the biggest thing out of, well, maybe not. This is one of the biggest things, though, is I'm not a big cardboard collector, but I actually got an Arc the Lad collection standee, like the promotional display that has all of the items, the watch, it shows the game, the guidebooks. This is a really, really cool piece. There's an eBay seller who actually had it for quite a while, but they were like out, when you go to like the eBay stores and it's like, hey, I'm not in right now, so no one could buy it. I reached out to them with a couple messages, no response for basically months, and then they got back and we worked out a price, and this is now kind of like one of the weird crown jewels of my working designs collection. I did get another piece that I'll be showing in a second that is another weird item, but going forth on the working designs thing, speaking of Arc the Lad, and if you look at this, it shows all the promo stuff, including the watch. Now, I never had the watch before, but now I do. It has the cool collectible tin, the foam. There's actually several different versions of the watch, but I think I have the one that actually is the same one as the display, which is cool for me. I don't know which one's more rare or not. I honestly don't care. I just have one for my collection, which is fantastic enough for me. But it's really cool that it happens to be the same exact one that is shown on my display. So like when I'm displaying all of it, it's like, oh yeah, I have that exact one. Just really cool pickup. One of those kind of weird things that, every time I look into working design stuff, I end up finding something else, something weird, something new. If any of you guys at home have any cool, weird working design stuff, hit me up. Because I'm all about it. Anything you want to part with, of course. Or really, even if you just want to show me some cool pictures, I'm all about that too. Because I love working designs, and they went above and beyond, in my opinion, with everything they did. So it's cool to see more of it. Continuing that thread of thought, we have a couple of working designs games. Now, if you've seen my working designs video, you know I have basically a complete collection from the Sega CD up. The ones I'm missing are the TurboGrafx. So the TurboGrafx, I don't have a regular TurboGrafx or a TurboGrafx CD. So I've never really been inclined to jump at the games, but I ended up finding some pretty good deals back to back to back over the quarantine time. It was a bad time for spending, I'm telling you. But I ended up getting 3 of the TurboGrafx games. I still have, I think, 3 or 4 more to go. But the first one, and this is brand new sealed, is Exile. So this is a kind of like an action, maybe like platformer. It's a role-playing game, but it's one of their earlier ones. The TurboGrafx CD is definitely not as high fidelity in my opinion as like the Sega CD, but still a very cool pickup for me. Another one that I got that ended up being completely sealed. This is another RPG. Is Cosmic Fantasy 2. I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't know pretty much anything about this game, so the fact that it's completely sealed, I am not very inclined to open it. Usually I open games, you've seen my channel, I unbox things and open stuff all the time. The problem is, with something so old, it's hard for me to justify opening it. I don't know, I gotta figure something else out for this. Maybe I'll import like a Japanese version or something so I can play it once I get a TurboGrafx, whenever that happens. But last but not least, and this one is opened, and it's a little bit rough shape, but it's also pretty rare. This is kind of an arcade, more like beat 'em up type game. But that is a Kadash or Kaddish, I don't know how you say it. But anyway, this rounds out my spree of TurboGrafx games that I got. Pretty cool. Glad to have them in my collection. Especially because these are just getting harder and harder to get. So, you know, maybe I'll get the other ones. I feel like my luck has probably run out with these. They're at the point where they're so expensive, I can't even justify it. I mean, I could just pay the money and get them, but it's like, you know, I like to play my games, and yeah, I don't even have a way to play those games. But the last working designs item I have, and this is a crazy item. I want more of these, by the way. This is actually a shirt. I don't know if it was worn by like maybe someone at an expo, but this is for Sylphid, the Lost Planet. It's actually a shooter. It's cool too if you look at the sleeves. It has the PlayStation logo and says working designs. This was a weird pickup. I was just randomly browsing eBay like a long time ago now. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've done a pickup video, but a long time ago now. And I was just randomly browsing eBay, and I just typed in working designs promo, and that shirt came up, and it was like really cheap. Like, I don't know what they go for, but like it was cheaper than buying like a shirt at Walmart. So it was awesome. I mean, I immediately jumped on it. I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm not getting this. So that was an awesome thing to get. But speaking of the TurboGrafx, you know, it's no question that I loved the TurboGrafx Mini. I mean, I did 2 videos on it. I showed off the TurboGrafx Mini and how much I loved it, of course, with your guys' input for games to check out. But then I also did a follow-up video showing about how to unlock the secret games, which was also in and of itself awesome. Since then, I was looking online, just browsing one day, and got a random ad from Etsy for a guy in California who basically has made a reproduction rental case for the TurboGrafx Mini. This thing is so cool. I mean, it's not that big, but I mean, it's an exact replica of it. You open it up, and it houses the TurboGrafx. This is just the sticker that came. This actually came with this. Comes with a TurboGrafx Mini. Oh, it doesn't come with this, but you know, it holds the TurboGrafx Mini, your controller, all your wires. But it also came with a. It's actually right here. It came with an extender for the HDMI that he included that actually fits the back piece better than what came with the TurboGrafx. So, like, I'm wanting to say, I forgot off the top of my head, it was like 30 or 40 bucks shipped. I may be wrong about that, but this thing is awesome because like I love the old school rental cases, and the fact that someone made like a cool little rental case, like a mini rental case for the mini console is awesome. I'm wondering if people are going to make them for the other ones. I might need to look into that. But this is something that's just really cool, and I'm really glad I got to pick this up from that Etsy shop. It's just one of the coolest things I think I've gotten in my weird quarantine spending spree. So that just leaves a few weird things. One thing, I'm thinking about doing a review on this game. So if you guys are interested, put it in the comments below. But this is a game called Katana Kami. I actually imported it, and I have not had a chance to check it out yet. Just so many games have been coming out, and I've been really busy with work too. But this is actually a Way of the Samurai story. So I am a lover of the Way of the Samurai series. It's amazing. So this is like it takes place in the same world as Way of the Samurai. So they have Dojima the blacksmith and all sorts of other stuff. I don't know much about the plot other than apparently during the day you're a blacksmith and then at night you're like kind of fighting spirits or something. I really know nothing about this. If you guys want me to open up and review this, I definitely will. I'm gonna play it at some point, but yeah, I can also make a video if you guys want. It's supposed to play kind of more top-down. Think maybe Diablo 2, Diablo 3. So it's a cool game though. I'm really glad I picked it up. Like I said, I'm a huge Way of the Samurai fan, so I had to get this when I heard about it, and it was very reasonably priced, even having to import it. Now this one is a game I got a very good deal on. My Sega Saturn collection, it's like small but good. Like I have, you know, a handful of games. I mean, maybe 20 to 30 games, but they're all like pretty much premium games, and this one is another one I was looking for. Shining in the Holy Ark. This is another one of the heavy hitter RPGs. This game's actually usually pretty expensive. I got it for around $80 less than you usually pay for this game. and it's complete, which is fantastic. This game's cool though. It's an RPG, but it's first person. So when you're actually battling, it kind of feels like you're like playing Lufia or maybe Phantasy Star. But the weird thing is when you're not battling, you're going through the dungeons like Doom almost. Anyway, it's a cool game. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. Once again, you know, if you want me to do some gameplay, I can even make a little video on this game too if you guys want a review of it, because it's pretty neat. It is a really, really cool game. The graphics are definitely of the time, but it's something that you can really enjoy. Now, these I have just a couple things left. This thing is kind of a runner-up for me. I really wanted to get the Mega Man Battle Network one, but it's just impossible nowadays, and I didn't want to miss out on this one. And that is the Mega Man Star Force Sound Box. It's basically a soundtrack set. In Japan, if you don't know, they actually did these soundtrack sets called Mega Man Sound Box. They did one for Mega Man, they did one for Mega Man X, they did one for Mega Man Battle Network, and they've done one for Mega Man Star Force. Now, the Mega Man Battle Network one is one I've really, really been wanting for a long time, but nowadays it's like $300. This one was obviously nowhere near that. And I know the Star Force series has its group of haters, but one thing that you have to be able to agree on is Capcom does not mess up music, and even if you don't like this game, this soundtrack set is amazing. I played all 3 games. I thought they were fantastic personally, and I loved the music in them. So the fact I got the soundtrack set is awesome. I had to import it, but to me it was worth it. Took a long time with COVID, but you know, hey, what are you gonna do? And last but not least, last Christmas, I did a video about my Final Fantasy 2 or 4, whatever you want to call it, collection, where basically it's like, hey, I have every version of this game except for the WonderSwan version, and I have remedied that situation. I now have the WonderSwan version of Final Fantasy 4 to round out my full collection of every version of this game you can possibly own. And the cool thing is when I got it, I actually saw this guidebook with it. They came paired together. I don't know if this guidebook is just generally for the game. It's all in Japanese. I don't know if it's generally for the game or just, you know, like maybe like a PlayStation version or what. But it has full color pictures, maps of everything. Once again, I, you know, obviously can't read it. I'm not Japanese, but this is an awesome book. Finally, my Final Fantasy 4 collection is absolutely complete. But anyway, that's all the stuff I have gotten recently that's like really weird and rare. Of course, I've gotten more stuff than that. You guys have been watching my videos. I've done a ton of unboxings and reviews. I mean, I had my buddy Daniel really hooked me up with getting that Xenoblade Definitive Edition, by the way. So thanks for that, again. But I mean, this is just some of the weird, cool stuff I haven't had a time to make specific videos on. If you guys want me to do a video or review of any of this stuff, let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely do it. And you know, one thing I did want to say, I did want to do a quick shout out. Made a promise a long time ago now, maybe a couple of months. There's another channel called Retro Obsessed. I'll put his stuff in the description down below. He's this cool guy. Apparently he found my channel looking at my game room tour or something like that, or he just found one of my videos. Who knows how? But he had some cool pickups videos, some cool kind of retro stuff, and you know, he gave me a shout out. So I feel like it's only cool to do the same thing. So check out Retro Obsessed. He's a cool guy. And yeah, so you know, if you guys want some more pickup videos, let me know in the comments below. I'll maybe be more regular about it. But yeah, other than that, that's the kind of crazy stuff I've been getting into. So that's some of the crazy stuff I've gotten recently. Hey, if you guys have any cool thoughts or views on any of it, please drop it in the comments below. It's some really, really neat stuff I've gotten. I know it's kind of a broad spectrum of like games and weird Star Wars memorabilia, but you know, hey, drop what you got in the comments down below, and man, I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys gotta think about this stuff. That's gonna do it for us today, guys. Hey, if you guys liked the video, please give a thumbs up or thumbs down. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm coming ever closer to 3,000 subs. I can't wait to see you on the other side. And hey, as always, take it easy.